Hello everybody, I'm Your Face, and today I'll be covering the mechanics of Loomian Legacy's Rally Ranch, as well as going over the most optimal way to use the ranch to prepare your teams for PvP. This video is just one part of my overall competitive guide for beginners, and the playlist link below and in the card above contains everything you'll need to know in order to hop into the competitive scene, so check it out so you can find exactly what topics you want to know more about. Anyways, I'm not going to waste any more of your time, so I'm going to just hop right into it. To begin with, the Rally Ranch is a place where players can easily obtain multiple Loomians of the same species. The Rally Ranch is located on Route 6 just after Highway Village. To begin using the Rally Ranch, just talk to this handsome devil of an NPC right here. Here you will see 5 slots that can be interacted with. These top 2 boxes are where you can put Loomians from your party into the ranch. The first slot is the leader slot. The Loomian placed here is what determines the species of Loomian that will be rallied. The second slot is the assistant slot. Placing a Loomian here can help the rallied Loomians have extra bonuses like rally moves or higher UPs. The bottom 3 slots are where you would select various rally items whose effects I will cover in a little while. Something important to note is that you only need the leader slot of the rally occupied in order to begin rallying Loomians. This is especially helpful if you only have one of a certain species like Obsidragon and don't feel like braving the 2% odds of finding an Igneal in Igneous Hollow. However, certain Loomians that are deemed rare, like Roamers, Event Loomians, and other specific Loomians, cannot be put into the leader slot and therefore cannot be rallied. Now, obviously, leaving a rally with only the leader slot filled isn't optimal, so who should you leave with the leader in the rally? The good news is that the assistant slot can have any Loomian in it, and the rally would still occur due to only needing the leader slot filled in the first place. However, if the assistant slot has a Loomian that shares a type with the leader, then the rallying will occur faster than normal. Another way to properly utilize the assistant slot is to pass moves onto the rallied Loomian. Every Loomian has a list of moves they can learn if they are rallied and either of the rally members hold one of these moves. For example, Shachi is able to learn the move Flabbergast by being rallied with something like Ferroglyph, who can naturally learn the move. There is one other way to pass rally moves onto Loomians, and this method actually involves Loomians you currently have, rather than waiting for them to rally a new Loomian. Simply choose the Loomian you want to add a rally move to, make sure it has an empty move slot, which an NPC located in the Battle Coliseum handles for you, so don't worry about that. Put the Loomian in the assistant slot of the Rally Ranch, and put a leader in that knows the rally move you want to pass to the assistant. After waiting for a little bit, the assistant will learn the rally move. The fact that the assistant is the one who inherits the rally move with this method is very nice. As you saw in the example before, rare Loomians like Dusket and friends are able to obtain moves from the rally using this method. This is also the method Gamma Hunters would use to evolve a Gamma Eclipse, so you're in luck. If you are unsure what moves a Loomian can learn through the rally, the Loomian Legacy Wiki is a nice place to check what rally moves each Loomian has, and the link for it will be put in the description below. Now we move on to the rally items, the first of which is the Rally Toy. The Rally Toy is used to pass on personality traits from the rally partners to the rallied Loomians, and there are 4 toys in total, with 3 of them actually being relevant. We have the Bouncy Ball, which is unlocked by reaching level 6 on the Trainer Mastery, which passes down a positive trait from the rally leader. The Puzzle Cube, on the other hand, which is unlocked by reaching level 19 on the Trainer Mastery, passes down a positive trait from the rally assistant. And finally, we have the Yo-Yo, which is unlocked at level 39 in the Trainer Mastery, and it passes down all of the personality traits from the rally leader. The Puzzle Cube is useful when you want to begin rallying something but don't already have an optimal personality on the Loomian you want, so you use a different Loomian who does have the personality trait you want. The Bouncy Ball is useful for when you are preparing a Loomian for optimal totem usage, maintaining the positive trait while rolling for the other 2 desired traits a totem provides. I will cover totems in just a little bit, so bear with me. The Yo-Yo is the final and best toy to use after you have finalized the personality traits you want on your Loomian and want to pass them down consistently. I do want to mention that energy-related personality traits will not be rolled randomly when a toy is being used in the rally, and going for those will result in an endless and fruitless grind. Moving on to the feed. This rally item is what influences the UPs of rallied Loomians. There are 3 of these worth mentioning, and really only 2 players would use when beginning the rally grind. Before I go into details of each of these items, I want to mention that rallied Loomians will not inherit UPs influenced by shards, but rather the value of the UP when the Loomian was first obtained. A more in-depth explanation of shards and how they affect UPs is provided in the TPs and UPs part of the beginner's guide, which is in the playlist linked in the description. If you can't find it, it's because the video isn't out yet, so make sure to subscribe and have notifications turned on so you are notified when the video is released. Anyways, the first is the Tootsie Fruit, which is arguably the best feat in the game. This item unlocks level 22 in the Trainer Mastery and passes down 3 UPs from both members of the rally. This is what will allow players to get those coveted 6x40 Loomians consistently when they reach the end of the rallying process. The second feat is the Wonder Bean, which is unlocked at Trainer Mastery level 32. This feat passes 4 UPs from the rally leader alone. This feat is good when you have a Loomian already rallied from a previous session and want to make a different set with it. An example is Vesperatu, who can effectively run both an offensive and a defensive build. The last item is the Jewel Fruit, which at the time of recording is unobtainable. This item passes down 3 to 5 perfect UPs from the rally members, making it the best feed to use when beginning a rally and using roaming Loomians' default 3x40 UP spreads. The last rally item is the Totem. Totems unlock the ability for Loomians to have 3 personality traits, one of which has its potency increased to 20%. There are 2 totems which have mirrored effects. The first totem is the Smiling Totem, which is unlocked at level 24 in the Trainer Mastery. This totem allows rallied Loomians to have 2 positive personality traits at the cost of a single negative trait with extra potency. The other totem is the Scowling Totem, which unlocks at level 26 in the Trainer Mastery. This totem allows rallied Loomians to have a positive personality trait with extra potency at the cost of having 2 negative personality traits. Something to note when using totems: unlike random encounters with Loomians, who can sometimes roll a single personality trait and potentially avoid a negative trait altogether, rallied Loomians under the influence of a totem cannot avoid any of the 3 personality traits, meaning you will always have to make some sort of sacrifice when using totems. Something else is that energy-related traits are unable to be passed on to rallied Loomians when a totem is in use. This includes when the yo-yo is active. Now, I feel it would be unfair to just leave the video like this after throwing an onslaught of information in your face, so I will showcase a demonstration of an optimal rally starting from near scratch. Okay, so I forgot to note this before I, did the recording of the actual demonstration, but before you get started, it's highly recommended that you reach at least level 39 on your Trainer Mastery, because like I said earlier, that unlocks the yo-yo, which is the highest point currently at least, where rally items are capped, because at the moment we can't get the Jewel Fruit, so that'll obviously be a much higher level, because the cap right now is 56. Anyway, that's not the point. Anyway, get to level 39 before you start. Alright, go. So quick thing before I start the demonstration, this part isn't scripted, so you're going to hear a lot of and there's going to be a lot of pausing in my talking because that's just who I am, so bear with me. Anyway, so for this demonstration, I'll be rallying a perfect eaglet. Here we have the base eaglet. It's clumsy clever. Obviously nothing that we want. I already went ahead and put the rally moves on it because it doesn't matter at what point you do these, because you could do it with an existing one or before you start and it wouldn't change the process at all. So these are already on there. Terrible UPs. However, the final product is probably going to look like this. And so, yeah, that's what we're going for. So I'm just going to go over, what I believe the most efficient process is to get to that stage. So first things first, we need personality. Personality is the number one thing we look for on a Loomian, and this Geklo right here is part smart, but that's what we're going for. The final product, like I showed you, is a smart, nimble, very frail Valkyrie. So, well, eaglet. It'll be an eaglet because I don't feel like leveling it up. Anyway, so we're going to take this Geklo here. Both of them are light type, which is nice, so I can get that the time bonus on it. So here, I'm going to put the Geklo in the assistant slot. I'm going to put a totem on. This Smiling Totem, like I said earlier, allows for 2 positives and a very negative. The feed, I'll put I really don't need a feed, to be honest. I'd rather just randomly roll since nothing's 40. So we're going to put this eaglet in here, and for the toy, we're going to put the puzzle cube because that'll pass this smart down every time. And the totem, we're gonna go with this combo until we get a smart nimble, very frail eaglet. We're gonna get that personality before we worry about UPs at all, because, you know, guaranteeing the personalities are not being able to be fixed, but UPs are with shards. So I'll cut back to, you know, when we get the personality. Alright, so here we got our very frail, smart, nimble thingamajigger eaglet. Airblade reaching howl, that's cool. So the next step of the process is to begin putting UPs on it. So we're gonna keep this one, and we're gonna take both of these out because we don't need these anymore. And we're gonna change the toy to the yo-yo and the feed to the Tootsie Fruit. So now we grab this. As you can see, I already have a 7x40 light type, but I wanted to start from scratch just to show you the process. Anyway, I'm not going to use this guy. I obviously would get it a lot faster if I did, but not everybody has 7x40, so I'm going to show you the process starting from near scratch. So this has absolutely no 40s on it, right? Alright, well, this is the one I was going for, right? Yep, there we go. No 40s. So let's start with the core stats of HP, range attack, and speed. So I'm going to be putting this Dusket in here with this eaglet. So I'm going to grab this Dusket. I'm done with this eaglet. I'm just going to stuff it here, and then stuff it there. This Gecko can go back in here. And yeah, so now we're just going to put this eaglet here and this Dusket here. And now we're going to keep rallying until this eaglet has... we'll come back, and every time this has a 40, I'm going to replace this eaglet with that eaglet, and we're going to repeat the process until we have an eaglet with health, range attack, and speed. So I'll cut back for every time we get a new 40. Alright, so we got this 40 HP eaglet. It's still very frail, smart, nimble because of the yo-yo, so we're just going to grab that one. Drag it in here. Actually, I'm going to switch to a different box just so it's easier to keep myself organized later. And switch it out with this one. So now we have an eaglet with 40 HP with the Dusket with 40 HP, range attack, and speed. The reason I swapped it out is because both of the rally partners have a 40 HP or a UP. It's more likely that the rally Loomians will have this 40 HP. So there we go. Alright, so I've been kind of unlucky. I'm an hour into this recording, and I've just now only gotten these two. Ooh, anyway, so we're going to replace this and keep going. Remember, the goal is to have speed, HP, and ranged attack all at 40 before we switch this Dusket out for something else. So this was the old one. This is the new one. Alright, so now we just need this, this, and this, and then we can move on to the next roaming to keep passing stats. So, be right back. Alright, so we finally got the 3x40, you know, smart, nimble, very feral eaglet, so we're going to keep this, and now we're going to release this one. We don't want that one. So we're going to take this one, and then we're going to find a new Loomian to rally with. Probably, I think it's this Ikuzune I had, that it's literally the other three stats I care about: energy, defense, and range defense. So we're going to take this one, and now we're going to place it with the oh, well, heck, it just rallied another one before I could. Okay, anyway, who cares about that? Anyway, so we're going to rally this. We're going to put it in place of the Dusket and put this new eaglet in, you know, the 3x40, and then this 3x40. So what's going to happen here is if I get an eaglet with these three stats specifically, plus one of the, or like at least these three stats, I'm going to replace this Ikuzune with that eaglet because that would make the rally happen faster. And I'm going to replace this eaglet if it's these 3 plus any of the other ones from the Ikazune. And, you know, I'm just going to keep doing that process until we get a 6x40, which is what we're going for, because we don't need the attack stat. We're not going to use it. So I'm going to cut back to when we get our next eaglet. Okay, so that's a pretty good eaglet. That's pretty darn good. So we're gonna take this one. I think I'm actually, because it has is missing energy. So I'm gonna replace the leader eaglet with it, mainly because the energy and the Ikazune has that. Or I could look for a different one with energy. I don't know. I'm gonna replace the leader with this. So we're gonna take this one. So all we're missing now is the energy. So we're gonna replace the leader, and then we're gonna hope for one of two things. One, we get an eaglet with all of these plus energy, or we're gonna hope for an eaglet with energy, defense, and range defense at bare minimum. You know, having some of the others would be nice too, but you know, the only luck would. We're just hoping for good luck here. Anyway, so I'm gonna pop back in when we get better eaglets. Okay, so I'm gonna take this eaglet right here because it does have the energy, which the other eaglet lacks, and it also has a range defense, or it has all the other ones, but it's missing the defense that the Ikazune had, but the other eaglet has the defense. So I feel like this works, and it will produce better eaglets faster. So I'm gonna replace the Ikazune with this eaglet. I forgot to put that one back, so we're gonna just place this one. So this one has HP, defense, range attack, range defense, and speed. This one has health, energy, range attack, and range defense. So this has the energy we're missing. The other one has the defense that this one is missing. So these two will work together very well. So now we're just gonna cut when we get an even better eaglet. Okay, so now we have an eaglet that's 5x40 with missing speed. That's one better than the eaglet we just replaced the Ikazune with. It was missing defense and speed, so we're going to keep this one and replace it with the eaglet we just put in the rally. So we're gonna what this one was bad, right? Yep. Okay, bye. And then swap. And then all we have left to do is get speed or energy, whichever one comes first, onto an eaglet. So, hooray. So I'm going to cut back to when we finally get the final product. Alright, here we go. 6x40, minus attack, eaglet. It has very frail, smart, nimble, still has our rally moves. There we go. This was there we go. This was the eaglet we wanted. So, yeah, it's a tedious process when you're first starting out because you have really nothing good to work with, but you know, you just got to dedicate a little bit of time, and then you could produce something like this. And then the next time you want to go for something like this, doesn't necessarily have to be a light type. You'll have this 6x40 ready to go. I mean, if you're wanting a melee attacker, you're obviously going to have to use another thing with 40 melee attack, but your ranged attackers are at least covered. So, like I said, it's just the initial grind that's long because this recording took this took 2 hours to get from start to finish. Obviously, I could have personally shortened it if I would have used this Geklo right here instead of, you know, going through all of it. But whatever. But yeah, that's just generally how you do this. That's the general process of rallying a good Loomian. If you found this video to be helpful or just enjoyed the content in general, make sure to leave a like. And this not only helps me as a creator gather feedback, but it also lets YouTube know that you think the content is good, which makes them want to recommend it to other people. And if more people see this video or videos like this, then they can also improve, which in turn makes the community as a whole better, which is my goal. I want to make the competitive community better so that everyone can enjoy higher level battles. If you're interested in updates from me, consider following my Twitter, or better yet, joining my Discord. You'll find a fairly laid-back community with a passion for competitive battles. The community also keeps track of usage data similar to Smogon, so we can potentially make fun metagames involving less common Loomians. Both links are in the description below. Anyways, I hope y'all enjoyed, and I'll see you in another video. See ya.